Hey everybody, it's John again from Gasper's Automotive Restoration, and today we're going to do a quick shop tour, show you guys what's going on out here in the shop. We've got a lot of different projects that have come in here. We've got a 64 Corvair Spider. This is a convertible with turbocharge. It's a turbocharged six-cylinder. If you haven't seen one of these engines, they are, I believe I had it on another video, I believe the last shop tour maybe, but it's an opposed six-cylinder engine. It's air-cooled. Very interesting car. They made these from, I believe, 60 to 69. But this is the car. The customer just brought the car here. We've had the engine for a while, going through, and we rebuilt that. And we're getting ready to investigate putting the engine and tranny in here. And yeah, there's nothing in here. It's just empty. They stuck the wheels back on there real quick just to make it roll. Had a couple of blocks of wood under there, no springs, just to make it go, and just to get it on the record and get it here. But everything looks good under here. It's painted and stuff. It's good. There's no rot in this thing. I don't know if this thing was from Texas or down south or something, or maybe California. But the only rot is right here. This little tiny corner, and it's really not that bad. It's just a little tiny spot. The rest of the car is beautiful. So 60s unibody, man. This thing's pretty cherry. But just a cool car. It's rear engine. If you're not familiar with a Corvair, here's the engine compartment here. Obviously, it's completely empty, but it's just a neat car. The interior is also in pretty decent shape. It needs a new carpet though, because the animals got in there, and I think we had some squirrels living in there or something. We're pretty sure it was squirrels. So it's those red squirrels, man. They get into everywhere. But this is just a neat car. We're gonna do new tires, paint up the wheels. He's got the hubcaps. I'm thinking that somebody did this car in the 90s, maybe. What do you think? Put it in the comments. I'm thinking 90s repaint and restoration. You look at this chrome here. This is really a nice shape. I mean, we haven't even really put chrome polish. We just washed this thing yesterday. It was all covered in dust and dirt and grime. So this thing's clean now, but we're going to go through and clean it up a little more, and it's going to look really nice. And over here we got the cart of parts here. The owner brought by some more stuff yesterday. We got the some seats and different boxes of stuff here. Here's the motor. I believe I've had this on another video, but we'll show you again. Just a cool engine. I could see this being used on a lot of modifications on small garden tractors or other projects. Just a cool engine. You could fit into a small space. You got a lot of horsepower in a small area. It's air cooled, so you have to worry about a radiator. It's a really neat setup. So. But this guy is turbocharged. I think where's that turbo? I think it's in this box. Here? Yeah, here it is. You can see this tube out of here. Leave that in the way. Yeah, here's the cover. Spider supercharged, 150 horsepower. And this is original factory. It's chrome plated. This is the air cleaner. Just a really cool setup. So we got to go through all that. Got Clark's Corvairs here. We've been working with them. Clark's Corvairs, they're really nice people. They have all the expertise. They know what they're doing with these things. I've learned a lot already. And I've only worked with them a short period of time. I highly recommend them. They're right in New Hampshire, I believe. And that's the Corvair. The next fire engine is this guy. It's a 31 Ahrens Fox fire engine, what we're more used to seeing here in the shop. We do cars. Just remember that. Don't forget, we do cars once in a while, pickups, things like that. But we're about 95% fire engines. This is Fort Lee, New Jersey. They brought this in about a month ago or so, 5 weeks ago. It's a really nice truck. I've done a ton of work to this thing. I've been working on the carburetor. That's all done. The carburetor seals perfectly. Good old Stromberg SF5. We also have parts for that carburetor. If you're watching this and you have a Stromberg SF4, SF5 carburetor, we have carburetor kits, brand new gaskets, all the seals and gaskets, and also floats. We'll have floats here very shortly. So, and we're going to continue to make parts for that carburetor, like accelerator pumps and needle and seat, stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned to our website. Again, if you have a Stromberg SF4 or SF5, we've got parts we're making, and they're working out really, really well. We had to drain the coolant on this thing and fix a couple of leaks. Going to be going through and sealing up a couple more things. The big thing on this engine was the, other than the carburetor, the fuel problem was the exhaust manifold. And this is the exhaust manifold here. This is a T-head engine. So T-head engine means that you've got all your intakes on one side and you've got all your exhaust valves on this side. So Ahrens Fox has a single valve for intakes, and it has two valves for your exhaust. It's a little unusual setup. You can see the valve plugs. You got one over there and two here on each cylinder head. So that's it's called a cross flow engine. Your air comes in one side, it goes through the cycle and crosses over and goes out the other side. Very simple, not super efficient, but very reliable. Simple and reliable, works. No head gaskets to deal with. Just really a really unique early design. And a lot of different cars use this, and a lot of trucks, and it's very successful. Seagrave, the F motor, my favorite engine of all time, in an antique fire truck. Same setup. So, but we got all the gaskets all fixed here. We had to replace a bunch of studs. We had four studs missing that back here, so no wonder it was leaking. This gasket was leaking down here. It was just leaking all over the place. But now it runs really quiet. We had to do brakes. We got done doing the brakes on this thing. I've had to go underneath there and adjust them now. And we also removed the water tank back here. The water tank was, you can see the line here, all the way around. That's where the tank was. So it was really, it was not original. It was an old rusty thing that they threw in there back in the 50s, probably World War II. They wanted extra capacity or whatever. But we found the original wood underneath, the bed wood. It was, I think they had some sort of tank in there before, possibly in the front, originally. I'm not sure. But we're going to leave it the way it is. We'll probably put something over that, and the customer wants us to clean this thing up and sand this down and paint this whole bed back here. So we're gonna do that. This is just the heat shield here for the exhaust manifold. I'll be putting that on soon. But we had to pull some stuff apart there. Other than that, we really didn't do too much else to this truck. Let's go. Let's start this thing up and see what it sounds like. Let me fire this thing up here. I'll let you guys hang out here and watch while I go do this. Listen to that thing purr, huh? I could listen to this thing all day. Now we got rid of all those exhaust leaks. It's all gone. There was a little one right here, but I was afraid to mess with it because I don't want to break that cast iron band on there. It's a bad juju, but that's a very, very, very tiny little leak. This was all leaking all the way along here. We did the seals across here, down over here. It's great now. It just sits there and purrs like that. What a really cool engine. So quiet. We had this thing running for 2 hours the other day in the shop, and I just couldn't stop listening to this thing. It was just so awesome. Half a turn, what was that? A turn, and it started right up, and it runs like that. And one of the guys at the Fire Museum said the other day, in 50 years, the stuff we're driving around right now nothing's going to be running because it's all computer controlled. And all those computers are not going to be supported in 50 years. None of them. So all those cars that we're all driving around right now, including me, they're not going to run. None of them. But this will run forever. And it can be repaired, fixed until the end of time with simple tools and simple materials. So there's something to be said about that. I think we might be headed back to that pretty soon with the apocalypse coming. So, who knows what's going to happen, right? So over here, we've got Bayhead, the 700 series, American LaFrance. This truck is a sweetheart. This thing runs great. We're doing a video on this right now, repairing they want us to do some more work while it's here. We're going to install a tank to, a pump to tank, a tank fill, excuse me, tank fill valve here, system that I've designed. And we've got a nice valve here for the tank fill. Really, really nice brass valve. We're going to get rid of this handle. We're going to put an extension on it and run it through the panel over on the other side. So you're not going to be able to tell that it was not factory. It's going to look just like American LaFrance. We're going to have the same original American LaFrance valve handles for it. So it's going to look just like this right here. I'm going to get one of these and we're going to have it mounted right here. And it's going to have the label on it and everything. So it's going to look really, really nice. And we're excited about that. So we're doing a whole video on that. And, but yeah, this guy's here. We pumped water with it. We put a stainless water tank in it. It's really, really a cool truck. And they're also going to be getting power steering. Now, a lot of customers that have come in here recently, they've opted for the power steering on their antique fire truck. And I know it's not original, but let me tell you, when you get that power steering, you will want to do it on your truck. If you drive one of these, you're going to want to do it on yours. It's really, really nice. It's electric power steering. We do it here. The only thing we have to do is convert your vehicle to 12 volts negative ground. And if it already has 12 volts negative ground, like this one, then you're all set. But we have to convert it to 12 volts negative ground, and then we install the system, and it works without the engine running. You just turn the key on, the ignition switch, and you wait 3 seconds, you hear a click, and you can turn the wheel. And you got 1 horsepower of effort helping you turn the wheel. It's very, very nice. It works great. So this is the first 700 series we're doing this kit on, but we've done Maxim already, and I can't forget the other trucks off the top of my head, but we've done a bunch of them, and they've been very, very successful. So everybody's really happy. Here's what's left of the white 58 white fire engine, by the way. we had that on our last video or shop update, and that truck has now been reduced down to a pile of parts. And the frame and all that stuff is out at Sandblast, soon to go to the paint shop. We've got all kinds of gears in there. That's all pump stuff, I believe the guys are working on there. They got some steering stuff mixed in there and a couple other things. But that's a really cool project too that we're working on. So that's the latest on that. We have a Model A Ford engine here that we just got done cleaning up. This is a used Ford Model A engine. We cleaned this thing up. We put in a leakless water pump, all new gaskets. We checked it all out. It runs great. We put a brand new clutch on it, timing gear, fan, belt, all kinds of stuff. The ignition's all redone. So this thing is really, value-wise is smart. If you have a car or something and you're not looking to drive the thing across country or go crazy with it, why do you need to spend $6,000-$7,000 having an engine redone when you can buy a good used engine that's going to last you a long time? And this engine, we found this engine in a shed, literally in a shed, pulled it out of a barn and cleaned it up, inspected everything, took the pan off, checked everything. It's in great shape. It runs like a clock, and it's available on Facebook Marketplace right now. It's for sale. And you go up, look at Gasper's Automotive Restoration on Facebook Marketplace, you'll see it. And so if you're interested, check it out. and let us know. That's a good running engine. And let's see, what else? I think the last update here is this. This is the new shop hot water pressure washer here. This thing is awesome. We tried this out on the 58 white when we were taking off apart the frame and the running gear and all the gear cases and everything. And this thing it's just a tank. It's just awesome. I wish we had taken a video of it when we were using it, but we'll have a video of this thing running pretty soon here. We've had really cold weather here in New England recently in the last couple months, and now it's finally starting to get warm outside. So being outside has not been fun. So we've been hiding inside, but that's here to change. So we'll show you a video of this thing operating. It's awesome. It has gasoline here for the engine. It's got a Honda. What is this? The GX390. So this is just a really, really nice setup. Electric start. You've got your gas here. You got your diesel fuel for the burner. When you pull the trigger, the burner comes on instantly as soon as you pull the trigger, and as soon as you let go of the trigger, the burner shuts off. So it's heating the water instantly when you're using it, but when it's sitting just running, circulating, you're not using the pressure, it shuts off. So you save some diesel fuel, but it works really well. The guys like the thing. It's really takes off the grease and oil, and it makes things so much better to take apart when it's not greasy and oily. So, but that is, I think that's the shop update for March here. This is the beginning of March, first week of March. Please like and subscribe, guys. We really appreciate you looking at our videos and watching, and click the bells and whistles and help us out, man, because that helps us make more videos. And always remember, keep that old iron running.